Man, what up, though, man? What up, though? We got my brother from another man. We got No Sense in the building. Hey, what up, family? How you feeling?
You? I'm great, man. I'm chilling, man. Today's a chill Saturday. Just relaxing, man. You know what I'm saying? Living. I'm living.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? We love to hear it. We love to hear it, man. So for the people, you know what I'm saying? Pretty much everybody in our communities kind of mix and mingle. So,
Yeah.
but we never get to sit down kind of like in this, intimate setting like this. So what I would like for you to do is to start back as far as you would like. You know what I'm saying? And tell us about No Sense. Far as you can go back. Now, before you do
All
that,
right.
let's tell us about Brandon first. Tell us about
Brandon.
Brandon first, as far as you could go back. You feel me?
Zion. As far as we can go back, man. Brandon. It's a smooth dude, man. Smooth
Smooth
dude since
dude.
birth. Don't play with me now. Since
Hey,
birth, all right?
well done,
But
Brandon. You feel
let's let's
me?
let's explain this real quick. All right, so life, man, life. Let's talk about life. Pretty dope, beginning and everything. My mother and my father, got together and birthed me at a very, I ain't gonna say very young age. They was both 20, so we 20 years apart, which is pretty cool. So every time we reach like I guess a milestone in birth, like we all like reach that zero. So I'm turning 30 this year. They're turning 50 this year, which is really cool.
Yeah.
I always thought that was cool. Pretty tight. Connected with my mom a little bit more than my dad. But coming up, dad used to be out racing cars and stuff like that. I used to go out to the track with him a lot. Used to go fishing with him a lot. My mom basically was just the mom. You know what I'm saying? She was treat me with love and care and all that stuff. Coming up and everything. She used to dance a lot. And I think that's where I got everything from as far as dance. I used to watch my mom a lot with dancing. I didn't really show myself as much as dancing
Was
until
your
like
mom
later
like b
on.
boy though? Like b boy is
Nah,
like
my
this
mom was popper. She was a
pop?
popper.
Oh, pop
Pop,
locker. Yeah.
pop.
Okay, I got
You know
you.
what
I
I'm saying?
got you.
Like she used to do all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Breaking. You feel me?
She used to she used to love Michael Jackson a lot. So she used to do a lot of like Michael Jackson dancing around and stuff like that, which is really awesome.
Got you.
And my dad got me into games. Games was like, me and my dad, we played games a lot. I started off with the Super Nintendo. And then I think I went over to my cousin's house, which they was older than me, my older cousins, and they introduced me to like the Sega Genesis. And then like I had friends that used to live in my I said my damn living room. That's crazy. My friends that used to live in like up the street or whatever, they had like I think they had the Sega as well, and we used to play some different games on that. I ain't gonna lie, man. Some of the games coming up, I really don't remember like that, but I just remember having a good time. So yeah, coming up was dope. I used to be around. I used to be around my grandparents a lot as well, and just overall, just dope coming up and everything. I used to be very silly in school, very silly, but at the same time, I was a very shy person, and I didn't really make my breakthrough until like high school. I'm gonna be honest. High school was where I like really just broke through and just like I found myself, and I found myself through breaking. Once I saw found out like I can do something that people can't do. When I got to breaking and started doing stuff that people can't do, that was where I was like, yo, like that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like I started taking myself to the next level, and I had built this confidence, and I also called it like a shield, where it was like I could then I wouldn't have to necessarily never was really big on like I guess with the trends and fitting in and stuff like that. So when I got into like breaking, it was like it took me to that next level, and I was like, yo, I can really do whatever I want to do. Like I can just be myself, and this is cool. And I kind of already found that through my mom. My mom's like, always be you. Don't worry about trying to copy anybody. You don't need to copy nobody. Because I did get in trouble a little bit in school, and she was like, why are you doing all this? Why are you getting in trouble and stuff like that? And I was like, because my friends doing it, you know what I'm saying? So, and then I learned at an early age that like, nah, you ain't got to do that to fit in. You could just be
You ain't gotta
yourself
do
and
that. You feel
create
me?
your own lane. And I created my own lane, man. And we fast forward a little bit because like a lot of that, middle school, all the area don't really matter that much. Going into in high school, I also wrestled as well. So wrestling is a big part of my like just growth and everything because I learned a lot through it. and it built me to the person that I am now, the strong person that I am now. Because wrestling was not easy. Wrestling was not
Mental
easy, but
toughness.
yeah, that mental toughness, pushing yourself, breaking through barriers, pushing yourself to the next level, and that was basically what happened with me. Through wrestling and breaking, I took myself to the next level, and like my mentality and everything. And I always tell myself, if I came back to wrestling, bro, if I actually came back to wrestling, I would be a damn world champion. There's no doubt about it. Cause like the way I think now is so much different from how I was thinking back then, that I know that I could snap, like I could go off. You know,
Did you
I
have the
understand my
WWE, WWF dreams like coming up?
no, bro, I actually wasn't really. I was into it, but I wasn't into it heavy like that. My granddad actually was. My granddad
Okay.
and my uncle was into it. I was like, I was actually into the wrestling sport itself. Like,
I got you. The real
you know,
wrestling,
the
Olympic, like
realness. Yeah,
Olympic
yeah.
wrestling. Yeah,
The
I got you.
Olympics, yeah. And
Yeah,
I was
okay.
like, yo, I could bring home a world title if I, you know, if I had the mentality that I have now. You know what I'm saying? So I was really pushing myself to that next level with that. And then I was actually much bigger than I am now. Like I might look like, you know, still cut and everything, but back then I used to walk around like this. Let me show you something, dog.
With the
I used to walk around like, boy,
thick
you
neck
better
sense. You
stop,
feel
boy.
me?
I was like, oh, boy. And I, yo, every match, boy, I used to go up in there like they used to be like, you know, call me up. You used to have to shake your person's hand. I get up there and go, ha! I boy get straight up into everything. Like I'm just, you know, I can remember it.
They say
But yeah,
percents.
it was so dope. It was so dope. It was so dope, and you know that just in that area, in that place alone, like I was able to build up and find my true self and understand like why I pushed so hard the way I did, and I'm gonna tell y'all like this is one thing I actually haven't told many people about this, but I lost in the what was it, regionals. Lost in my regionals to get to the finals my very last year wrestling, and it broke me down really bad. And I actually started crying. Like I was crying one day because we was working. We used to clean. I actually used to clean mad early. I now get into my whole cleaning business and stuff like that. But my mom was with me, and I was like cleaning, and then I was just like thinking about the match, and I just started like I was started bawling, and my mom hugged me and everything. She was like, "It's gonna be all right. Like these times like this, like you know, what I'm saying, just understand that you know, sometimes you fail, and it doesn't take you, you can't let it defeat you. You know what I'm saying? Everything's going to be all right." And, you know, that was a tough time in my life. And one of my breakthroughs that allowed me to push myself a little bit harder in breaking. Now, going into breaking in high school, I was still breaking. I was traveling around. I actually met up with some college students that went to Duke because I'm in the Triangle area, so Duke, NC State,
Okay,
and
okay.
UNC Chapel Hill. Those are all the colleges that surround me, and I end up mingling with all of those colleges and meeting some dope people that I still have in my life today, and started taking my breaking to the next level, and started traveling. I went to Atlanta, flew down there by myself. I went up to New York. Like, and this is early in my stage of breaking in high school. And then when I got to college, I started traveling around doing things by myself and everything. College was pretty dope. I didn't graduate college yet, because I do plan on possibly coming back at some point. I went to college for sports and exercise science, but I eventually just kind of got out because you know the family business started booming, and just kind of started making a little bit more money. And
What college
it
you
was
went to,
kind
if
of
you don't
tough
mind
because I
me asking?
started UNC Pembroke. UNC
Okay.
Pembroke. It's another UNC school. But it was pretty dope. I met some awesome people there as well. Some of my brothers out there, and yes, it was an awesome journey. Um, but I'm steady pushing to just like be better, man. You know, all in all, every day. And like kind of like coming out of college, just kind of like stumbling upon where we are right now. Um, with dance, I've done plenty of things. I've been in commercials, music videos. I battled a lot, traveled a lot. Overall, it's allowed me to see the world, and it allowed me to see money. Like I did not expect to make as much money as I have through dance, but I
Yeah.
made a lot of money through dance, and it's amazing to see where your talents can take you, especially if you follow your dreams,
Hmm.
and you follow like you do, like you be about action. Don't like overthink. When you don't overthink and you just move, sometimes you do some amazing things. You do some amazing things, and Hey man, that's kind of like where we at right now, man. I know I did a lot of skipping and jumping,
No,
but
no,
we
it's
could
all right.
I could have you here the whole time talking
Hey,
about my daily life. I
hey, no, no,
promise you.
that's dope, bro. That's dope, bro. So one of the things that I noticed in your conversation is you usually talk about your mom a lot. So is your mom,
Yeah,
like a big influence or impact on your life?
yeah. My mom is she's awesome. And I actually through this season, these 2 years of COVID and stuff like that, it has brought me a lot closer to my mom or just family in general. And I find myself like hugging my mom for a long time now. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because like COVID, man, you never know when COVID can
never know.
hit somebody. You know what I'm saying? COVID's
Never
been kind
know.
of crazy, and and I remember it was times where me and my mom had like some issues where we just don't talk for a while. But now, like I see my mom, I see her smile or I see her frowning and stuff. I'm like, Mom, look, you better stop frowning, cut that frowning out. Or I
Yeah,
see her smile, and I'm like, Mom, you got a beautiful smile. You know that? She's
yeah.
like, I know I do. And I'm like, look, give me a hug, come here.
Hey,
You know what
that's
I'm saying? And
love,
I'll hug her
man.
for a long time and everything because it's like this ain't tomorrow ain't never promised,
Never
right?
promise.
But also everything is temporary. You have
For
to remember
sure.
that.
For
And when
sure.
you remember that everything is temporary, you learn to just be grateful for all the things that come your way a little bit more. Like you'll be grateful for it.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to, because sometimes people say this, they get kind of gloomy or something with this, but like everything is temporary. Like 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Like no games. Like I'm not playing, like for real. So with that being said, cherish everything that comes your way
Yeah.
at every moment.
Yeah.
Cherish every experience. Stop playing. Like, don't play. Like, no joke. Like, I understand having fun and everything, but if you want to make things happen, you got to get serious sometimes. You got to have discipline. And that's what I